If your brain feels like there are 47 browser tabs open and one of them seems to be playing an old episode of MASH, but you can't figure out where the sound is coming from, please believe me when I tell you that you're not alone. Seriously, this modern digital age that we live in can feel like it's just too much to navigate. Too much to focus our attention in one direction. Everyone is overwhelmed. We all feel like we're juggling swords that are on fire while we're trying to make breakfast and remember if we actually paid that bill or if we just dreamed about paying it. Oh yeah, and is today trash day or is that tomorrow? Or oh my God, was it yesterday? Planning when life feels like a circus that's been set on fire isn't just hard. Sometimes it can really feel absolutely impossible. But here's the thing. Planning is exactly what you need to be doing to make sense and to organize things in the chaos. But you have to be willing to do it the right way. And I'm not talking about the kind of planning where it feels like you have to have a PhD in bullet journaling, that you have to assemble every roll of pink washi tape to match the pink Tombow markers that match the pink zig dot markers that match the pink Pilot G2 pen. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. You gotta let go of the color coding, perfectionism, clean handwriting type planning when you are in the midst of a dumpster fire. Because what I'm talking about is realistic, no pressure. I'm just trying to get through the day kind of planning. The kind that's for real humans with real exhaustion trying to get through their real day. So let's talk about the steps that we can take to plan when life feels truly overwhelming. No fluff, no guilt, no pressure, just a little bit of sanity and a pen. Step 1, lower the bar. Let's be blunt here, okay? If your life currently feels like an avalanche of obligations, it is time to lower your expectations. No, I'm serious. Lower. Little bit lower. There we go. And don't worry, because this isn't forever. This is just for now. Because you cannot plan your way out of overwhelm if you're still expecting yourself to perform every single day like it's fine, like it's normal. Because spoiler alert, everything is not fine. This is not normal. We are all so exhausted and mentally and emotionally fried. Our brains are cluttered and most of us are probably running on caffeine and vibes. So if your to-do list still looks like it was written by your most happy, optimistic self that had nothing but free time and friggin', puppies, I don't know, it's probably time to rip it up. Because right now we are not aiming for productivity for the sake of productivity. We are aiming for clarity. And that begins with one simple question. Actually, I guess it's 2 simple questions. What absolutely has to get done and what can wait a little while? Not what do you want to do, not what should you do, and not what would make me feel guilty if I didn't get it done. We are only focusing on what is essential to keep my life, my house, and my family moving forward. It could be as small as feeding yourself. It could be answering one critical email. It could be throwing in a load of towels because you're drying yourself off with a frickin' washcloth right now. Only you know what is essential to keep your life and at the very least, keep your day moving forward, and whatever that is personal to you, because we're lowering the bar. We're starting back at the basics. That is where we begin. Step number 2, get it out of your head. Overwhelm and burnout feed on noise. And the loudest noise isn't coming from the MASH playing out of a browser tab. The loudest noise is coming from in here. Mental clutter is sneaky because you've got yourself convinced that you're just tired or you're just frustrated or you're just hungry. But really, your brain is up here trying to juggle 500 mini little tasks, half of which you haven't even bothered to acknowledge yet. So here's your next move. The classic brain dump. This should not and cannot be fancy. We're not practicing our calligraphy skills here. You're going to grab a notebook. You're going to grab an envelope. You're going to grab a notepad that you stole from a Holiday Inn in 2004. And you are going to write down everything, all of it, the appointments, the random worries. If you need to buy toothpaste, if you know someone's waiting on a text from you, big things, small things, all of it, anything that is taking up real estate in your brain, get it out of here and get it down on here. Don't organize it. Don't list it by subjects. Don't try to figure out when you're going to get it done, because that's not what this is about. The goal with this is not to fix anything. The goal is to offload it, because what your brain wants is to not be carrying frickin' everything. And please believe me when I tell you that once you get all of that stuff out on paper, the pressure starts to lift. You can see in black and white that not everything that you're worrying about is something urgent. And even that small acknowledgement can be a massive relief and a weight off of your shoulders. Step number 3, redefine what planning even means. Let's be honest here with each other, please, because that's what we do. Most of us come into the planner community believing that planning means turning chaos into a Pinterest-worthy paper spread. And that is not the case. Planning is making a promise to yourself about what has to get done today. Has to today. I'm going to say it again. Has to get done today. That is planning. And it's not a contract. It's not about being perfect. It's a map. It's a compass. It's a North Star of direction on where you want your day to head. Sometimes it's the top 3 priorities for the day. Sometimes it's eat lunch and lay back down. And sometimes it's sit down and cry and then move on. Planning is not about forcing yourself to do more. It is about helping yourself do less of the things that don't really matter. Step number 4, work with your energy, not against it. If you are living in a state of burnout and overwhelm, I can promise you that your energy is probably tanked. And I don't just mean physical energy, because mental energy is just as real and just as fragile. You might have the physical strength to go scrub your bathroom top to bottom, while at the same time not having the focus available to answer an email. Or vice versa. You might have the mental energy to brainstorm a month's worth of content for social media, but you physically cannot get off the couch. Both types of energy matter, and you have to plan with them, not in spite of them. And this is where energy-aware planning comes in. Again, you ask yourself 2 simple questions. What kind of energy do I have today, and which tasks align with that energy? On a low-energy day, that means focusing on low-energy tasks. We do not call these lazy days. They are strategic use of energy days. And honestly, that's how you keep going long term. I actually have an entire series on energy-aware planning coming up, so if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss it, because it's going to be, I hope, really mind-blowing. I've learned a lot of stuff about planning for energy, and I'm very excited to share it with you. Step 5, acknowledge the invisible load. Now let's talk about a sneaky little vampire that drains your energy, sometimes without you even noticing. The invisible load. You know what I'm talking about, right? The emotional labor, those open mental tabs, that whole ass second job that you do keeping your house and your family and your work running behind the scenes, the things that never make it down on paper and yet always have to get done anyway. Because if you are someone who is juggling caregiving, the household, a business, and your own mental health, it can feel like your day is full before you even get out of bed. And none of that stuff ever makes it onto the to-do list. You never get a check mark. So it's no wonder you feel behind. It's no wonder you're burnt out or overwhelmed. You're already working overtime. And you've chosen to gaslight yourself into thinking you're lazy because you can't cross anything off your physical to-do list. So can we please normalize building in buffer space to our plan for all of these invisible labor tasks that we're juggling? This could be as simple as blocking out time in your physical planner, or it could be actually scheduling in recovery time. You do not need to earn rest, but sometimes you do have to plan for it. Step 6, start small and stay consistent. Listen, you don't fix overwhelm by overhauling your entire life overnight. You fix it by choosing one small thing every day that moves you forward. Not 10 things, one thing. Because consistency beats intensity every single time. So instead of trying to build the perfect plan that covers every possible detail, just create a little breathing room every day, because that breathing room becomes capacity, and capacity becomes confidence, and confidence becomes momentum. The goal here is not to become super megasonic perfect human. The goal is to stop letting chaos be the boss. Life can be overwhelming, but you can still move forward. One clear, energy aligned, totally doable step at a time. You are not behind, you are not lazy, and you are not really lost. You are a human being trying your best in a system that was never really built for us to thrive in the first place. If you take nothing else from this video, please leave with this. We do not need to hustle harder. We need to plan smarter, with compassion, with flexibility, and with a healthy dose of realism. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please don't forget to smash all those YouTube buttons for me and leave me a comment below and let me know what's your favorite dinosaur. I'm super basic, I know, but my favorite is a T-Rex. I can't help it. It was like an enormous screaming chicken with its big strong legs and its tiny arms close to its body running around. Like, how do you not love a T-Rex? But let me know your favorite dinosaur in the comment. Let's get a conversation going. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.